Hey everyone, Sparks back with another Goddess Victory Nikke video, and we just got the kit reveal for Kilo, which is definitely one of the most interesting looking units we've gotten design-wise, and her giant mech suit kind of makes me think of like Modernia when she was like bad in her Rapture mech suit. But anyway, definitely got some like Transformer vibes going on here. So we already knew her basics from the live stream. She is a Burst 3 defender with a machine gun and is fire type, but now we can see what the rest of her skills do. So skill 1 is called Nano Coating, and it says activates when entering the battle, affects self. Nano Coating creates a shield equal to 21% of the caster's final max HP. So just as soon as whatever battle is starting, she will have the shield automatically. And 21% of final max HP is a pretty durable shield. That's a large percentage, and as a defender type, and all the bonuses from her gear and everything, because it's calculating final max HP, should be very, very strong. It has a second effect. This is activates when using her burst skill, or just when using burst skill. So I don't think she's the one that actually has to burst. And it says affects self if not in nano coating, and then she creates a shield equal to 21% of the final max HP. So basically, if she had gotten it destroyed before, then when you use her burst, she'll make a new shield. Skill 2 says activates when performing normal attacks for 200 times in nano coating status, affects self. Recovery shield HP equal to 2.8% of caster's final max HP. So she's going to heal her own shield with this. And 200 times is kind of a lot, but machine guns do fire very, very rapidly, and of course has a large clip. The standard clip size is going to be 300, but of course you can push that up, particularly if she's using the Bastion Cube. That's going to be really helpful, or if you do end up overloading her with max ammo lines, you could be healing this multiple times without ever even having to reload. But this is a little bit of a mid skill, I would say, not like super impressive. But the next part is even better, because it says activates when using burst skill, affects self if not in nano coating status, and then effects change according to the caster's status. So previous effects trigger repeatedly. If it triggers once, the next shield gets HP plus 17% continuously. Twice, HP shield goes up by 26% continuously, and the third time HP shield goes up by 35% continuously. So, I mean, you're going through a lot of burst cycles there, so it's going to take a long time to get that up. But that is really good. And the fact that its previous effects trigger repeatedly, you're getting a huge stack of this, right? So even the second time, you're going to get something like 45% more HP. And by the time you're getting to the third time, you're getting like 80-ish. I'm doing like really quick round numbers for math in my head. So, I mean, that's you getting a very, very strong shield with this. I would say that is definitely the more useful part than the first part. And once you get a shield that has that high of HP, healing is going to be more worthwhile. Whereas when you start out with the weaker one, the healing might not be quite as relevant. Okay, so let's see what her burst is. Now, unfortunately, it has a 40-second cooldown. Or, I'm sorry, she's a burst 3, so that doesn't even matter. Ignore what I just said. That would be amazing if she didn't have a 40-second cooldown. But she's a burst 3, so that's our standard cooldown for that. And it says activates when in nano coating status, so basically when she has a shield up, affects all enemies, deals damage equal to 1,150% of attack. Now, key thing here, it's attack, not final attack, which isn't super great, especially because she's a defender. It's going to have a lower base attack stat. But 1,100% is a lot. So this could still be pretty decent damage. But then this second part, I don't really understand what it's talking about. It says, which is calculated from 5% of final max HP. So deals damage equal to 1,150% of attack, which is calculated from 5% of final max HP. I just don't know what that means, to be honest. If you know how to interpret that, let me know in the comments, because I just don't know. It's like they're deriving the attack percentage from her final max HP, but that just doesn't make any sense. I don't know. I mean, unless her attack is just always scaling off of her HP stat. I don't know. Okay, so but it has another part. It says activates when not in nano coating status, affects self, max HP goes up by 48% for 20 seconds. So if she doesn't have the shield, then she's going to get a big HP boost to herself. So pretty much all of these abilities are very, very defensive. She's going to be super tanky. I mean, I guess she's got this giant armored robot, so that's thematic. It makes sense. I don't see her being that high of a tier, to be honest. Because she's not shielding anybody else, right? She also doesn't have a taunt. So, she's basically just doing selfish defensive buffs, but also not taunting the enemies. So she's not doing a whole lot here, frankly. A cool concept, but I just think her skills aren't that amazing. Now, she does deal potentially a lot of damage to all enemies with her burst, but when we're looking at the other options we have for burst 3 attackers, getting 1,100% from a defender versus, some of the other things we can do from, whether it's like Charlotte, Scarlet, or Black Shadow Scarlet. I combine Shadow and Scarlet. Or even like Maid Privity. If we're trying to do like, screen wipes, I think we have some better options. That said, as someone who's probably a handout unit here, or is a handout unit, could definitely be useful for new players, and will be fun to play around with. I would say she could be, I don't know. I was going to say maybe better in arena, but again, you want more like taunting and healing rather in arena, rather than, someone that's just going to be, like your whole other team has died, but then like Kilo is still alive, but she's probably not going to be like wiping out the whole enemy team on her own anyway. So I don't know. Again, let me know if you have a better interpretation or clarification of what exactly Shift Up is trying to say down here in her burst skill. Translation team strikes again. I mean, I don't know if this is like unpaid intern coon that's like not incentivized to make more accurate skill descriptions, or maybe I'm just blind. I don't know. I really don't know how to interpret deals damage equal to 1,100% of attack, which is calculated from 5% of final max HP. I don't know. It's kind of strange, but cool unit. We should be getting Crown's skill set coming out pretty soon. And of course, I will have a skill analysis of her. And I just put out a video on Stellar Blade. So that's Shift Up's other game that they've developed, that they have worked on. It is a AAA release for the PS5. It comes out next week, but there was a playable demo. So make sure you check out that video. It's really cool. Dude, Shift Up is keeping up the amazing character designs over there as well. I'm sure a lot of Nikke fans will enjoy it. So, all right, I'll catch you guys in the next video when Crown is released.